Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. It's Kristy here. It's been a while since I've been done a YouTube channel, and I do have a reason why. I wanted to show you I have been looking after this beautiful little puppy. Oops. Her name is Molly. Oh, sorry. And yes, it's been a bit hard work for the first week, and I've had other things on as well. I had to help my brother out and etc, etc. So isn't she gorgeous? She's been very good. Today she took her out herself outside, inside and outside, all by herself, and that's her big brother Charlie. Charlie's I think he's 12 in December, which I can't believe, and little Molly is about 11 weeks old. So she's just gorgeous. Okay. Anyway, so what am I doing? I'm doing a new project with Sally from dottybeevintage, and it's to do with folklore, fables, and fairy tales. Oh, sorry. I keep thinking the camera is on the other side of the iPad, and I have to be further over. So that's what we're doing. And I'm doing mine a little bit different, but I'm still trying to follow along. And I'll just get out of my photos. And so hers is called The Lost Mermaid. Mine is called, what's mine called? The Adventures of the Crinoline Lady. So in prompt 1 is the intro. Chapter 1, introduce the main character. So that's what I'm doing today. Prompt 2 is what's happening. Prompt 3 is meeting the second character. Prompt 4 is what are they doing, where are they going, meet the third character. Prompt 5 is further the story, what are they doing, etc., and where are they going. And prompt 6 is resolving the story, and that's part of the ending. So I got myself a bit confused about that. I think because it's a bit light on the typewriter. So mine is, so Sally was talking about ChatGPT. So I decided to go in and have a look. And what I have done is I put in Crinoline Lady quilting, Crinoline Lady quilting, sewing, antique, or I can't actually remember. But anyway, I'll show you what happened. This came out. There we go. And it's called The Adventures of the Crinoline Lady. So this print, yes, like I said, I put in about 4 words, and this is what it came up. So I wouldn't mind reading it to you. And then I've done my own version on my typewriter, and I've taken some of the things out of here, word for word, but then most of it I've made up in shorter paragraphs for myself. So every Thursday morning, when the first ray of sunshine slipped through the lace curtains, the Crinoline Lady tied on her bonnet, gathered her basket of treasures, fabrics, and set off along the windy garden path to meet her dearest friends. She was known throughout the village for her graceful gowns, trimmed with ribbons and lace, but everyone knew her true treasure was her kind heart and remarkable talent for quilting. Wherever she went, colourful scraps of fabric seemed to find their way into her hands, each carrying a memory waiting to become part of a beautiful quilt. One spring morning, her friends arrived with baskets overflowing with floral cottons, vintage lace, embroidery linens, and tiny pearl buttons. "Today," said the Crinoline Lady with a smile, "we shall stitch a quilt that tells the story of our friendship." As they stitched together beneath the oak old oak tree, something magical happened. Every piece of lace whispered a forgotten story. Every patch of fabric shimmered with memories of birthday, weddings, babies, and quiet afternoons spending laughing together over cups of tea. Suddenly, a gentle breeze lifted the delicate lace doily into the air. The friends hurried after it through blooming gardens, across little wooden bridges, and into the hidden meadow filled with wildflowers. There, nestled beneath a patchwork blanket of blossoms, they discovered an old wooden sewing box decorated with tiny roses. Inside were antique quilting needles, delicate lace trims, and a handwritten note. Friendship is stitched one moment at a time, and every loving heart leaves a thread behind. The friends knew that they found a precious gift from quilters long ago. They carefully carried the sewing box home and used its treasures to find their friendship quilt. As the final stitch was sewn, the quilt sparkled in the afternoon sunlight. Its colours danced like a garden in bloom, and everyone who wrapped themselves in it surrounded by warmth, kindness, and love. From that day forward, the Crinoline lady and her quilting friends continued their adventures. Sometimes they searched for forgotten lace at country markets. Sometimes they rescued vintage fabrics from old trunks, and sometimes they simply gathered for tea, laughter, and another row of stitches. With every quilt they made, they discovered the greatest treasure was never the fabric or the lace. It was the friendship sewn into every stitch. And so their story continues, one beautiful stitch at a time. The Crinoline lady's favourite saying, every thread tells a story, every stitch shares kindness, every quilt wraps someone in love. And every Thursday, as the kettle sang and the laughter echoed through Lace Cottage, another adventure was just beginning. So I thought that was marvellous, to be honest. It was just sort of exactly how I had written it if I had written it myself. So don't be afraid of these new sort of things that come into our life, but you just got to be aware that some things are harmful and some things can actually give you inspiration. So what I've done is I've gathered doilies with Crinoline ladies. I've typed out my own version of the story, and I've made a fair few mistakes with the typewriter because, you know, it's been a long time since I've typed. So I've done my own. I've taken stuff out from there and I've put it in here, and I've had to go onto the back as well. So I know it looks a bit messy. I've had to stick pieces of paper together, but that's just the way it is. So, and from there, I then sketched out on 4 bits of A4 paper, so no judgment, please. So I have to fold it because of my, what's it called, thing here. So that's the Crinoline lady, the basket, and through into the village. And then they went through, you know, the meadow, and then it was the patchwork at the end and something to do with roses. But anyway, it's not very good. I know it's very, very rough. But you know what it did? It gave me a platform to then go and get my fabric and start with something. I was just having a look here. Oh, yeah, she was known throughout the village. Yeah, I was thinking, I'm sure there's the word village in there. So I have pinned down a few things. So I've got this one big long piece, and it's exactly the same as my, can you see? Let me bring you down up this way a little bit more. That might be better. It's my one big long piece of fabric that is the length of the paper. So I have started with collecting some things. So this is, I don't know, it might be too big, but I found this piece, so I cut around it. And this is going to be my village, so the village is going to get stuck here somewhere. I found some little Suffolk puffs, oh, pardon me, for the sun, so I'm not quite sure which one I want to put on. I think I'm going to go this one, even though it's not quite yellow, but then I do like that at the same time. So anyway, that's part of my first prompt, which was gathering all my stuff. And I've cut out some little flowers. I've got doilies here. I don't need the bird. I've got Crinoline lady here. It might be a bit too small for what I want at the moment. I have a basket there as well, but that's got flowers in it. But I could make my own basket, stitch my own basket, and then have fabric over the top. That's one of the bridges, because it talked about small bridges. So there's one bridge there and another bridge. So obviously I would cut that out and just stick it on. And oh, that's another bridge there through there, but I do like the flowers. And oh, this is another Crinoline lady there as well. So my original Crinoline lady is this size here. She might be too big because these are very small, but I think what I did was I copied, here's my piece of paper, Crinoline lady onto paper. I don't know where it is now. No, I don't know. So I copied the Crinoline lady, I photocopied a Crinoline lady on the piece of paper, and then I went over it with this tracing paper. So obviously I've got to introduce more characters in it, so I probably think I'm going to use this, and then I can stitch the same, because then they'll be all the same. So I think that's what I'm going to do. As much as I love these other little Crinoline ladies, they could actually go in the background and not be part of the story, so I could still do that. I've got a basket here. So I was going to put her here with yellow bits of fabric. Oh, there it is. So there's my photocopy. So if you would like a photocopy of this Crinoline lady, I will do my best to put it up on my Facebook group, which is Sewbits-Kristy, and you have to answer the questions, so keep away the bots. And I'll put this in under file, and then I will add that to there as a PDF file. So then you're welcome to you know, do what I did and have a go at making your own Crinoline lady. So I've got different fabrics here to make rays for the sun, which is probably what I might do. I think I'm off camera. There we go. What I might do here is I could just put rays of the sun, because the rays of the sun are poking through the lace curtains. So I've got to somehow find a lace curtain, which it could be it could even be just, I don't know, something like that. I haven't really thought about the lace curtain, or it could be something like this. Well, it probably could be this, all gathered up. Maybe that might be an idea. And then it could lay down, and that could be the curtain. That actually is a good idea. So I think I do like that, but I could also change my mind. So at least if I put that there, then that's a start. So the Crinoline lady is going here somewhere. And then she has her basket of flowers. So I did a piece of fabric, and then I didn't really like the way it was acting. I wanted it to feel a little bit more oldie weldy, so I had this big long tablecloth and I cut it in half somewhere. I think it was under here, and then I had to put the rest of it there. So I mean, this is part of the next part of the story, the next story, but I need to sort of figure out where it's going to belong, because I haven't read you my story, so I will do that in the next video. So I've got to gather up all my bits and pieces still and put that on. So that's what I'm doing with mine. If you'd like to participate, head over to Sally dottybeevintage on YouTube, and you'll find her video. I think she's up to number 3 video, so I am a little bit behind because life's sort of got into the way. And have a go and create your own. Sally doesn't mind. I know A Window for Stitching, Lisa from A Window from Stitching, is creating something on her own, and Paula from Crafty Artosaurus as on YouTube as well. She is following along a little bit, but I think she's still changing her scene and possibly some of the characters in there as well. But I was eager to do something along the lines of a Crinoline lady I can't think, I'm sorry. What am I trying to say? As soon as I saw Sally's video, I knew what I wanted to do. My mind just went a bit blank, as it does at this time of day sometimes. I need probably a fresh cup of tea and stuff like that. So I want to thank you very much for watching. This is just a little introduction of what I'm going to do. I don't know when I'm going to do these little videos of mine. So hopefully I can get it once a week. At the moment I'm at home with little Molly, and so her being only 11 weeks old makes it a bit hard for me to get out at this stage. So it gives me the opportunity to, I'm just gathering all these beautiful things together. It gives me an opportunity to get on with my projects that I have. I've got a few projects going, and I do have another project. I'm trying to do timeless curiosities, but I'm not sure if I can do all of the prompts, but I've got one of the prompts I might be able to just do a couple of prompts along the way, but maybe not all of them. I'll see how I go. So thank you very much for watching. Sorry it's a little bit higgledy-piggledy. But this is, like I said, just the introduction. I'll come back with another video next week, or could be at the end of the week, who knows, with progress of my scroll for my adventures of the Crinoline lady. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.